House of Ghosts, a case for Inspector Morse, by Al McCullen, based on characters created by Colin Dexter.
I don't believe in fate. And I don't trust intuition, unless it follows close observation, the features of the case, the people involved. Then I might try feeling my way through the evidence, never losing sight of the facts. So why, with no evidence and no facts to go on, was I always intuitively convinced that the truth about what happened that summer in Oxford would somehow surface one day? Wishful thinking, possibly? An end to the, I don't know, shadowy pain I'd lived with ever since? As if knowing the truth wouldn't bring its own pain. It should have been idyllic, that summer. The summer I completed my second year as an undergraduate. And at first, it was. 1963. Perfect weather, youth, music, romance. Oxford in its ancient beauty. And a college production of Hamlet that drew us together in total commitment to the vision of a brilliant young director. To me, then, it all seemed to go wrong on the last night, at an onstage party arranged by the college as a tribute to our critical triumph. Though the trouble must have started earlier, unnoticed by me, as I stumbled through a haze of hopeless love. There was damage. Some of us were damaged that night. How damaged we none of us knew until 25 years later. Another professional version of Hamlet arrived in Oxford and brought 5 of us back together. But even then, would there have been a resolution? Would we even have interacted, all 5 of us, had it not been for the bizarre and terrible death of Rebecca Downey on the press night, on stage, in full view of an audience, in that House of Ghosts?
Thus conscience does make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is cichlid o'er with a pale...
You heard what happened?
No.
Our esteemed director's wife turned up at the interval.
Oh, bliss! Did she catch him at it with Ophelia?
Well, not quite.
Oh, pity. Might have been a bloodbath. Oh, listen to that. Justin's got the shakes again.
Hamlet's got the shakes, Philip. It's called acting.
That boy has been systematically undermined at every rehearsal.
That boy is a winner, even if he is chemically assisted. Let's stop being his nanny. Stick to very special older friend.
No, not I. I never gave you aught.
My honoured lord, you know right well you did.
Will you please let me out? I need to get out.
And with them words of so sweet breath composed as made these things more rich.
You can hide from me all you like, but you cannot hide from God. God knows what's in your heart. Remember that. There are no secrets from God. And may our blessed Lady have mercy on your soul.
Good beauty, my lord, have better commerce.
Are you all right?
Help! Someone, can you help, please?
Curtain, please. Can't you see what's happening? Curtain!
No, do not bring down the curtain. I take it someone's calling an ambulance. The woman who left a moment ago, go after her, get her back. And everyone on stage, please, all of you, stay where you are. Police, stay exactly where you are.
Ambulance is on its way.
Too late. She's gone.
Ladies and gentlemen, police officers will shortly be posted in the foyer. Anyone wishing to make a statement about what happened may do so. I'm Chief Inspector Morse, Thames Valley Police. Lewis! Oh, I saw my sergeant arrive. Hey, crime scene out there on stage, Constable, for God's sake. The tapes are in place.
Yes, sir.
Now get a move on with the audience statements.
Right, sir.
And where the hell is the director of the play? I asked to see him 20 minutes ago. Somebody find him. Is that you, Lewis?
Just come in, sir.
Lewis, at last. Let's walk. I need a temporary interview room. What kept you?
Me and Val took a mum out for a trip. I was on the Cowley Road when the squad car caught up with me and a mum sat in the back.
Thank you, Sergeant. Hold the domestic details. You've seen the body.
Quick look on the way in. Shame. Beautiful girl.
And a very fine actress, so publicity could be a problem.
Will someone please locate Mr. Baxter?
Very good, sir.
Well, at least she got us in here fast. You were really just sitting there in the audience when it happened.
Yeah, just sitting there, Lewis, with about 800 other people. Now, I'll have your observations.
First off, something in the blood around the mouth. Shiny, crystalline, maybe.
Pathologist says finely ground glass, possibly.
She swallowed it and brought some of it back, like. Horrible death.
It was. Anything else?
Marks on the neck and all, under the skin, like someone gripped her.
From behind, yes. As it happens, I saw those marks from row B of the stalls surfacing while she was performing. So, when she actually fell...
It's always going to be a suspicious death, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice one, sir.
Nice one, Lewis. The language of the sports pages.
Sorry, sir. Smell of wine. Wine in the vomit?
Mm-hmm.
Someone grabbed her from behind and poured wine laced with ground glass into her.
After which she walked confidently on stage and played her first big scene? No. The scene came after the interval. She drank the wine in the interval. Oh, and might be unconnected, but I've got a call out for a disturbed woman who made a bit of a fuss in the stalls just before it happened.
A fuss?
Yeah. Shouting at God, that kind of thing. Irish accent, probably nothing.
I'll check. Ground glass. Suicides go for that.
Think of the hands on the neck, Lewis. They weren't her own hands. And, something else you should probably know. I have a sort of history with some members of the company.
Yeah? From your Oxford days?
Mm-hmm.
You going to tell me about it?
It will no doubt emerge as we go along.
But you don't want off the case, personal interest, like?
No. Now, you find me Lawrence Baxter.
Lawrence, how long are you going to let Justin lie up there like that in the dressing room?
Well, if it isn't Mother Courage.
He needs a doctor. Talk to the police.
He's hysterical. He's always hysterical. He gets over it.
Gets over? Rebecca? Dead at his feet in a pool of blood and puke? He says he killed her.
He what?
He says he brought death unto her.
And that's Hamlet talking, not Justin. It's called acting. He doesn't always know the difference, depending on tonight's mix of substances. Speak to Joseph on the stage door. He'll have something to calm him down. Get it to me, and I'll see Justin later. You do what I've just told the rest of them. Answer questions, but volunteer nothing. Especially about my wife. And we'll get through this, maybe with a show intact.
Mr. Baxter, sir. We'll see you now.
Morse? I should leave, Morse, and let you get on with doing your job. I cancelled our table at the restaurant.
Helen, I'm sorry. It all happened so quickly.
You forgot about me. Quite right, too.
No, look, I should have said something. Got one of my officers. Forgive me. We'll try again soon.
Of course. Maybe a drink in my college rooms? Tomorrow?
I'd like that.
Good.
Morse! As ever was. As soon as I heard the name, I knew it had to be you. There could only be one Morse in Oxford. And you're a copper. How did that happen?
Have a seat, Mr. Baxter. It's reasonably quiet in here.
I take it you were on a date with our clever historical advisor, Morse, Helen Underwood, you've got her at last, after all these years.
I'm trying to make allowances for your attitude, sir. I expect it's the shock.
Oh, please don't make allowances. I never do.
I remember. Professor Underwood and I are simply friends. Since she left Vienna to take up her fellowship here, we've met for an occasional drink. She thought I'd like to see what you made of Hamlet this time, after our effort in college.
Mm-hmm. Well, brilliant woman. Bloody good assistant director in our day,
Can we get on, sir? And it's Inspector Morse now.
Ignored you and almost directed herself into a wedding with Hamlet, as I recall. Yeah, wonderful Hamlet, nearly as good as Justin.
What took you so long to get to me, Mr. Baxter?
I was rallying the troops, quelling the rising tide of panic.
And grief, I imagine.
Grief, too, of course. Oh, come on. So we have a tragedy. We're also in box office hell. People's careers are on the line. No need for all this crime scene stuff. Rebecca collapsed from some medical condition, surely.
We don't think so.
Well, what then? You're not telling me it was murder? Bullshit.
I'm not at liberty to say, sir.
Oh, drop the Sir Morse. Old college mates like us, and you call me Sir.
Best keep it official, Mr. Baxter, and we were never mates, were we?
I'm at the end of a punishing tour, Morse. One dead Ophelia and one Hamlet heading for the funny farm. I have 2 weeks in Oxford to lick this production into shape before we hit London. Any chance we can open again tomorrow with an understudy?
No chance at all, sir.
Excuse me, sir. Thought you'd like to know. The actors say the producer of the play...
You mean my wife?
...wasn't in the theatre tonight. 2 box office staff say she was.
Really? Well, she must have arrived from London and looked in briefly.
Where is she now?
Well, I don't know. At the hotel, I expect.
So she's not aware of what happened to Miss Downey?
No, I suppose not.
Shouldn't you contact her and tell her?
When I say at the hotel, she'll be trawling Oxford by now for some British food she can actually eat. I can't say where she went.
Now, I want you to walk Sergeant Lewis through your movements this evening. Suddenly, I couldn't be in the same room as Baxter. I guessed what he'd done. In that crucial half hour with the company while the crime scene was set up, he'd devised a scenario they all had to stick to, or there'd be trouble. So the interviews that followed were a parade of evasions and fake innocence.
Chief Inspector, it's Philip Wolfe, stage manager.
Ah, you're doing a good job, sir. An excellent production.
You're very kind, though you hardly saw the best of it. A terrible business, but I'm afraid I've nothing to tell you about what happened.
Nothing?
Only that tonight I did what I always do. Kept order backstage and completed the Times crossword puzzle.
A man after my own heart, sir. Difficult one today. I had a bit of trouble with 13 across. Slander, saying a Scotsman has a joint.
That was the one clue that defeated me.
The solution was calumny, sir. Callum, the Scotsman, knee, the joint, and calumny is slander. Is that really all?
Just I think so.
You don't want to tell me you were alone for a short time with Miss Downey in the wings before her entrance?
No, because I wasn't. The cast for the next scene were coming in behind us. Ask them.
Oh, I will, sir. Thank you. Perhaps now you'd send Mr. Harris to see me.
Is that necessary at this point? You saw the state he was in on the stage after it happened. He needs medical help, not a 3rd degree.
The 3rd degree isn't what I have in mind. Still, you might tell me something about Mr. Harris's state.
There's a fine line between giving the performance of a lifetime and losing your nerve. Justin was treading the line, encouraged by our director.
You're close, sir? You and Mr. Harris?
Only professionally. Veteran shows begin at the ropes, that kind of thing.
Well, I'll see a doctor's call to Mr. Harris, and I'll talk to him later.
Mr. Baxter, have I got this straight, sir? You saw Miss Downey before the performance and then again at the start of the interval?
Briefly, yes.
Where was that, sir?
Where? We're in her dressing room. Briefly.
Yes, you said, sir. Briefly. And how was she?
She seemed fine. Absolutely normal.
Was that something you did regularly? Visit her in her dressing room in the interval?
I didn't visit her. I virtually put my head around the door and gave her a few notes about her performance. Today, I think I only told her the new move we devised for her exit in Act 3, Scene 2 was working, and we should keep it.
And where did you go after that, sir?
First to my office, then to the box office, and then to the back of the circle. A few members of the cast had trouble making themselves heard. I went up there to listen. Will that be all, Sergeant?
For now, sir. But we will need to see Mrs. Baxter.
Morse. How sad to be meeting again like this, my dear, dear Morse.
Dear is inappropriate in the present context, Miss Carr.
Sorry, but I doubt if it was Miss Carr last time we met. You came to my room at the Randolph.
Yes, I remember.
I showed you how to make a perfect martini.
Can we just...
And you failed to bring it to me in my bath.
At the time there was someone else.
So? You wouldn't have had to marry me.
Please. In any case, I thought you and Mr. Baxter were...
Well, we were. But not exclusively, as I soon found out. That's Lawrence's style. Not so much love 'em and leave 'em as love 'em and keep them hanging on, then rub their noses in the next one.
Even now?
I can't say. I'm hardly in the running these days.
Tell me about Miss Downey. You shared a dressing room, so you were presumably aware of her movements.
Sorry. I made a point of not being aware.
Why was that? Why make a point of not being aware?
Why? Well, I simply didn't want to know what she was up to.
With Mr. Baxter?
With anyone.
What happened in the interval?
Oh, I was in the green room and didn't see Rebecca until it was almost time to go on. And she was fine. She'd got her way, as usual, over what she'd wear.
When did you next see her?
In the wings, waiting for her cue.
Alone?
No, but Philip Wolfe was there ahead of me. Then a few of us started lining up for the next scene. Oh, that's it. You saw the rest. What is this, Morse? You should have been a distinguished Oxford Don by now, but you're a policeman.
With work to do, Miss Carr. I'll be getting back to you. Meantime, I want you to consider if there isn't more you can tell me. And perhaps you'd let it be known in the company I'll come down heavily on anyone who's found to be withholding information. You can go now. The company had conspired to make a mockery of the investigation, which made a fool of me and yielded precisely
nothing. Nothing, Lewis. Not a useful word from the cast. Philip Wolfe had them all lining up in the wings for their various entrances, so they saw no more than I saw from my seat in the stalls. Solidarity. All of them huddling round Baxter, the meal ticket.
He's a smooth one. Talked the whole time and said damn all.
So what have we got?
Only Mrs. Baxter.
If she reappears.
He's edgy about her.
Oh, he's edgy. Mrs. Baxter comes into the theatre tonight and goes quickly out again. You want to bet that was during the interval, Sergeant?
You're thinking what, sir?
Baxter's proud boast in college drama days was the bed in the props room. He said sex during a performance upped the danger. That was what passed for cool then.
Yeah? So...
And yet I picked up a hint of resentment towards Rebecca too. Seems she got rather grand recently, complained about her costume, was always changing details, had to have special makeup brought in. And there was something about Justin Harris. Philip Wolfe, the stage manager, said Harris, playing Hamlet, was being undermined and victimised in rehearsals, another old technique of Baxter's. But then Wolfe's hardly impartial where Harris is concerned.
Yeah? Doctor's on his way for Harris.
Good. Then we can talk to him.
We keep stum, Lawrence said, and Morse, being Morse, will still get enough of the truth to see justice done.
Without any embarrassing revelations.
Which means we've just lied to keep Lawrence off the hook.
Verity, what was the thing way back between Lawrence and Morse?
I don't know. But I never knew. Those days I was too busy giving the world my first stab at Ophelia and showing a bunch of snobby undergraduates how to act.
You were a pro by then?
That was a name, darling. Brought in by Lawrence to give the whole thing a touch of class. I think it was about Ellen. Ellen, Morse, Lawrence, and Paul Kincaid, the boy who played Hamlet.
Good Hamlet?
Outstanding. Could have been a star. Seemed he really wanted to be a priest. And something decided him at the party on the last night of the show.
Oh, what?
Search me. By then I was fixated on the West End and my career, which soon got lost at the bottom of a glass. But now, look, I'm dry and I'm Hamlet's mother.
Where did Morse fit in?
He was just a bright boy about the college. Rather sweet. He had a walk-on part and was quietly clever with the music, while Lawrence screamed at the rest of us. How's your boy?
If you mean Justin, I'm not allowed to know.
Justin, open up, will you? Okay, I have a key, and I'm coming in now with something soothing courtesy of Joseph on the stage door, right? You don't have much time. Justin, what the hell are you looking for?
For the means of death, Sirrah. The means of death.
Don't give me that crap.
It's what imagination body's for. We need to fear. Don't we, Lawrence?
Getting a bit free with our quotations, aren't we? And possibly abusing a substance or two again. Why don't I give you a hand,
Still no sign of the doctor, Lewis?
Can't be long now, sir.
How are we doing with Mrs. Baxter and the Irishwoman?
No response to calls.
Can we get a move on here? The van's arrived. I want the body ready for the mortuary.
We're on it, sir.
Oh, I need to get out of here, Lewis. Too many ghosts from long ago.
Yeah?
Baxter actually got us this place, a commercial theatre, because he'd heard it'd be available at the end of the season. He filled it for a whole week with a student production, starring one outstanding professional, Verity Carr, and a heartthrob Hamlet. It's brilliant. He was 21, just about to graduate.
I'd never heard of him, Baxter, till now.
Well, he worked mainly in America recent years.
His wife's American.
Financing his dazzling comeback, yes.
You really didn't get on with him, did you?
Boss!
Boss has arrived, sir.
Morse, what's all this about a full-scale search of the backstage area? A bit high-handed, isn't it?
It's obviously necessary,
I'm stretched, Morse. I've got half my manpower backing up on the Swindon job. I can spare 2 uniforms at best for a couple of days. I'm calling off the rest.
But this is a murder investigation.
Smells like a suicide to me. One of those exhibitionist things in public. Actors. Is it true you've got a past with this director chap?
Well, we were at Lonsdale College around the same time.
So just watch it. No personal stuff. I'll leave you to it. Though, have you thought any more about going for superintendent?
Yeah, it's not the first thing on my mind.
Should be. You're in with a chance, but start mixing with the people who count. Give the pub a miss now and then. Speed this up, Morse. Oh, a note from the pathologist. It seems Miss Downey was a few weeks pregnant.
Pregnant?
That'd put the kibosh on her career, wouldn't it? Unless she did something about it. Night, everyone.
Body being moved, sir.
Your lot were too slow off the mark with Justin, Morse. I brought in a doctor. He gave him a shot.
Without my permission? Before Mr. Harris was questioned?
He was gibbering like an idiot. Weird stuff even for him. I want him on his feet and making some kind of sense by rehearsal tomorrow. He's out for the count now.
The police doctor will examine him shortly. Then there'll be a decision.
What the hell's going on? Will somebody tell me?
Who's this now?
My God, what happened here? Why is the whole place crawling with police?
Harriet, where have you been?
You think you have the right to ask?
Excuse me, I must request that you step aside, sir, with Mrs. Baxter while the body is moved.
The body? Somebody died? Who? Who died?
Let's go, Harriet, and then I'll tell you...
Sir! It's Miss Rebecca Downey, Mrs. Baxter. She died.
Rebecca? That's Rebecca? Zipped up in a bag?
And so, while her earthly body has not yet found its resting place, in these prayers together, we commend the immortal soul of our dear Sister Rebecca to your loving care, O Lord, trusting that in due time and in your infinite mercy, you will cleanse her of all sin and bring her at last to peace and eternal life in the company of your saints. And may the Blessed Virgin Mary look kindly upon her. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. Amen.
Good morning, Mr. Baxter.
Oh, still at it, Morse. Sirring me.
How's Mrs. Baxter today?
What you mean after her outburst last night? She calmed down, of course. She's been overdoing it lately.
I don't see her here.
No. She's taking a walk to clear her head. This service, it's a company thing, really. Kind of togetherness in our loss.
I hope she won't think of leaving Oxford before I've eliminated her from the investigation. You might tell her that when you see her.
I take it you clocked who's officiating this morning in the gold frock? None other than our old Hamlet, Morse, Paul Kincaid. Surprise, surprise.
Not to me. I knew he was back in Oxford for a term preparing to give the Aquinas lecture in St. Saviour's Chapel.
Really? Well, still loves the sound of his own voice. Could never quite break him of that. What news of Justin?
He's been moved to a hospital under sedation.
Right. Well, he'll be fine. It's happened before. Oh, excuse me, I think I'll forego skin contact with the clergy.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, bad luck, Verity. At least I avoided the saintly touch.
Paul? I don't have a problem with him.
No? He kept us all out of a London transfer with his bloody vocation.
In 1963.
So, nothing changes. Morse loves Ellen, but Ellen loves Paul.
She can't still love that bastard. Not after what he did to her.
What, St. Ellen the Martyr? It's her role in life. She adores what he did to her.
You never could forgive Ellen, could you?
Forgive her? For what?
For not falling under your spell, like the rest of us.
Suppose I have to face the bloody cameras now.
Try not to break down in tears. Your wife wouldn't like it.
Have you seen her this morning?
No.
Shit. She's done another runner.
Ellen, we can shake hands at least, can't we? After all this time? In peace?
Yes, Paul. We can shake hands.
I heard you were back. As a fellow and a professor, no less. Well done. Not many women can boast an Oxford chair.
Not many esteemed theologians can be tipped for bishop.
I'm only esteemed in certain rather suspect liberal quarters. And I wouldn't tempt God by presuming to high office. I'm glad you kept your faith.
So am I. How could I have gone on living without it?
Ah, Morse. I was expecting you.
I can't pretend to believe in all this...
Mumbo-jumbo? Still the same fierce rationalist, Morse, Oh, those philosophical punch-ups we had. Forgive me, can we talk in the office here while I change into mufti? A visiting priest doesn't have a regular space.
But it was a good thing to do, bringing people together this morning.
It's what I'm here for. Is that your car outside? The 2.4 Jaguar?
Yes, it is.
At least you got to realize one of your fantasies.
Don't remember any others. What do I call you? Father Kincaid?
Paul is fine. Officially, it's Monsignor. I left father behind some time ago.
Tell me, how did you know Rebecca Downey was a Catholic?
I saw her here at evening mass on Sunday. And this morning I checked with other members of the company. Her parents must be devastated.
Well, that's the odd thing. Somehow we can't locate them. It seems she reinvented herself once she started drama school in London when she was 18. I'm hoping the media coverage will help. Talking of which, the Irish woman who shouted religious slogans at the performance last night, she could be connected to a church. Sound familiar?
I'm afraid I can't help you there. But please, let me know if there's anything more I can do. Oh, and I have something for you, Morse.
Large envelope.
A memento from the old days. When I knew I'd be seeing you, I looked it out. Don't open it now, please.
It's to do with the case?
Well, it connects with Hamlet. A piece of nostalgia, really, looking back.
Thanks.
You still a great beer man, Morse?
Beer, whiskey, wine, mainly beer.
We should meet sometime for a pint of the real stuff.
Probably not, Paul.
No. Perhaps it's expecting too much. You see something of Ellen these days?
Something. Now, I am in fact on duty.
So, of course, you find this police work enough of an intellectual challenge?
Excuse me, sir.
You're still there. I told you. Listen to me. I did what you wanted last night. I heard your confession. I can do no more. I expect you to be gone from my rooms by the time I get back to college.
Cause of death confirmed, sir. Finely ground glass, most likely, though not necessarily in the wine. Punctured the stomach wall, swallowed around 30 minutes before she collapsed.
Which is to say during the interval. So how and where exactly did she swallow it?
No sign of glass on the body or the clothing, and no sign of drinking in a dressing room or anywhere else that fits. Clean glasses in a kind of storeroom Baxter used as an office off the foyer. There's a sink in there.
So they could have been used and washed, yes. Wine bottles.
Half a crate, all unopened. Seems every evening performance he has a bottle of claret on the go. Load of empty bottles in some bins out the back too from the bar, mostly smashed. Could be where the ground glass came from. They'll get looked at by uniforms.
Eventually. Go on.
Pregnancy confirmed, about 5 weeks.
Evidence of recent sexual activity?
No, nothing like that, sir. You think in the interval again? Baxter and Rebecca?
Like Verity Carr before her. The bruising on the neck.
Consistent with a heavy pressure from a right-hand grip shortly before death, but not a contributory factor.
What else?
The embryo's blood group, O. Could do a test, rule out who isn't the father.
That's not worth it for an O group.
Pathologist reckons there'll be foolproof DNA testing within 5 years.
How trusting you are, Lewis. Meantime, we have our instincts.
Shouldn't we be looking harder at suicide, sir? I mean, pregnant, losing a career, maybe...
She was a good Catholic girl. Sins don't come much worse than suicide. Murder, if you add the child.
Well...
All right, Lewis, I'm not ruling it out. But even if it is suicide, I want to know what drove her to it. Still no news on the woman who left the theatre?
No, still can't get a handle on Rebecca either. Parents, family, hometown.
Catholic Irish. You could check flights and ferries for a passenger called Downey. Rebecca's hotel room, anything there?
Nothing. Well, a pile of baby clothes bought in Mothercare, Bath, last Saturday, before the company moved on to Oxford.
So, she wanted the child, Lewis. She was making plans. Unlike most suicides. Tell that to Superintendent Strange. Morse. Mrs. Baxter. Where are you? Well, the sun's out. Why don't I meet you there, by the river? I will see you in an hour at the Crown, Lou.
And cue coffin bearers moving solemnly in time, please. Now! Oh, no! Bearers, what the hell are you supposed to be carrying in there? A packet of cigarettes? It's a woman, for Christ's sake. It's Ophelia. All 8 stone of her. Do it like it's, slightly heavy. Oh, forget it. Can we have some weights here for the coffin? There seems to be an acting deficiency.
Heap of sandbags in the props room, Lawrence. Will they do?
Will they do? What am I running here? A nursery? Just for once, surprise me with your initiative, Look, get out of my sight, all of you. Take a break. Anything. Just disappear. Oh, God, Verity, why am I surrounded by morons?
Because only morons will work with you. Why the rehearsal, Lawrence? It's not as if we can open tonight.
Discipline keeps us together, keeps me together. Listen, I took the understudies through Hamlet and Ophelia first thing. Not bad. One more push, they could go on tonight. Call Morse and tell him he's still got a soft spot for you.
He never had a soft spot for me. And you just don't get it, do you? Morse is shutting us down until somebody talks. That's the subtext.
Yeah? And what do you know, you bloody stupid cow?
Don't speak to me like that, Lawrence, or I'll think you want to have sex with me again. You're upset, you see, and sex always makes you feel better.
I'd have to be mad, wouldn't I?
Oxford in summer. Hymns on the lawn and punts on the river. And the biggest collection of stuffed shirts outside of Brooks Brothers. You buy this Streaming Spires crap, Inspector?
No. But then I've never left, so I suppose I buy something about the place.
Let's cut to the chase. I don't have much time.
I set the time, Mrs. Baxter.
Sure thing, Chief. Someone thought it might be fun to tell me what Lawrence was up to on tour when I wasn't around. These letters arrived in the last few weeks. Unsigned.
You should know your husband and Rebecca Downey are at it all the time. Try surprising them in his office at the interval.
The rest are pretty much the same, except this last one.
The last one? Why is Rebecca Downey throwing up every morning? Could it be she is with child?
Ouch. I guess whoever sent that knew Lawrence and I were trying to have kids. And, I was the problem. While Lawrence was touring the play, I was touring the clinics.
Yesterday, did you surprise them in the interval?
Not quite. I decided I couldn't take it. I stood outside his office and bawled at him from the foyer. He came at me, roaring, and pushed me into a bathroom to keep the noise down. He denied everything, of course, including knowing she was pregnant.
You believed him?
God, no. Even faced with the truth, he's like a kid. Just keeps right on saying, it wasn't me.
You didn't see Rebecca leave the office?
No. Lawrence was between me and the bathroom door. You can't think he had anything to do with...
What happened after you bawled at him?
I, took off. Sat around in a few bars. I got thrown out of one for sobbing louder than the canned music. Went back to the theater and found it was all over. Was she pregnant?
Yes, she was.
Ouch again. Look, I need to go to London right now.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
Only till tomorrow.
Mrs. Baxter, I really
don't want to get too
can't allow...
intimate about this, but I've got one last chance to make a baby. This afternoon. I mean, it's a freezer and a syringe job. Lawrence obliged before the tour. You can check with my new doctor, who's pretty sure he can do something for me. Back tomorrow on the 12:30 train? Promise. Please, Morse. Isn't that what they call you?
You let her go, sir.
Harriet Baxter isn't a risk, Lewis. She did the decent thing. She didn't have to give us these letters.
They'd have come out anyway.
With Baxter's gagging order in force?
And maybe she wants to frame Baxter. I mean, he can have babies with Rebecca, but not with her. So she kills Rebecca. Motive.
Turn that round, and you get Rebecca telling him to leave his wife before Rebecca, spills the beans. He kills Rebecca because he needs to hold on to his wife's money or his work's over. And with Baxter, his work is all that matters.
Matters more than doing away with his own kid, if it is Baxter's.
It's his wife who wants children.
That lot, they're all terrified of him. How good is he?
As a director, outstanding. Ruthless in his pursuit of perfection. There was a dip in his career at one point because the big names here wouldn't work with him, so he took himself off to New York and rebuilt his reputation. Acquired a wife with a fortune who backs his productions. Now he's home and all seems to be forgiven.
What's your beef with him? From years ago, like?
His hobby was breaking people. I saw some of the wreckage. The letters. Your observations.
All typed on the same machine.
Mm-hmm. Old Olympia, I'd say, like the one in Baxter's temporary office. All written by the same person?
No, first one's...
different. Poor typing, but the paper's clean. Later ones are from a better typist, but the paper's rather grubby. Right, let's get things moving again.
Oh, so we're bringing Baxter in?
Not yet. When we bring him in, I want to be sure.
You know, sir, if you hate Baxter that much, what were you doing at the play in the first place? Sir!
Handouts, everyone. Police description of the mad Irish woman in the audience. The one who invoked the deity and stormed out.
Rings any bells? We get on to them right away. No dropping handouts on the set, please. Let's keep the place tidy.
Do you even know when you're being a campo queen, Philip?
At least I'm not in denial. Not like someone I could name.
Justin? How's he doing?
Oh, I'm banned from the bedside. He's strictly off limits. How does it matter? It'll be cast and company changes before we hit the West End.
Cast changes? Before the West End? Oh, Lawrence won't let me go.
Oh, come on, Verity.
No, he won't.
If it served the play, he'd skewer the lot of us. Thing is, to skewer him first.
And how do you propose to do that?
Philip?
Professor?
We have our rehearsal. Lawrence wants us to go ahead.
Rehearsal?
The Shakespeare seminar of Beaufort College. Oh. You do theatre background, I do the history bits. You forgot.
I did. Still, what's a bit more suffering for art? Give me a minute, I'm with you.
Verity? Are you okay? You want to join us at Beaufort for company?
No.
No. Well, I suppose this is where the shock's hitting all of us.
You have beautiful rooms, Ellen, full of beautiful things.
Thanks. Your drink, Morse. Will a white burgundy do? It's the wine steward's latest discovery.
White burgundy, Schubert, and you. Perfection.
So, interview me. The large envelope looks serious.
First, let me ask you something. Do you see me as some kind of joke because I'm a policeman?
No, of course not. Unfulfilled, perhaps. You were a serious undergraduate, Morse. And you'd read more books, heard more music than the rest of us put together. Yet you let some sudden burst of disgust with Oxford send you out of here without a degree. It looked like cutting off your nose to spite your face. It still does.
It was simple lack of confidence. No money and no public school sense of entitlement, so when I failed...
Well, you didn't put up a fight, plead extenuating circumstances. You wouldn't have been let go. And I couldn't help you because I was falling apart myself. What a sad pair we were.
Now I've got to decide if I go for superintendent, commit to the police, more pettiness and pulling rank, or... I've been looking at schemes to turn senior officers into law graduates.
In Oxford? Well, you won't avoid pettiness and pulling rank here, as you know. Though I'm sure you could pick up the threads of learning.
Would there be any other threads you and I might pick up?
Morse.
Except I had no chance back then when Paul Kincaid was on the scene.
We have our friendship. I'll never forget the way you saw me through my bad time. That terrible hospital. But friendship's all I do these days.
There's been no one since Paul?
No one. Not since I lost out to his vocation. Get me. Turned Catholic so I could marry him, and then he dumped me for the church. Now I do a pretty good imitation of a bride of Christ. And when I saw him at the theatre last night... What happened to you on the romance front?
Wait, Paul was at the theatre last night?
A few rows behind us near the exit. He left early. You didn't see him?
No. He didn't tell me. As for romance, I was engaged once. And disengaged.
Oh, that's me off, Lewis. Any further on with this theatre thing?
Well, definitely 2 writers of these notes to Mrs. Baxter.
A few anonymous letters among theatricals. Not crucial, is it?
Excuse me, sir. Lewis. So tell me. Yeah? Who's a couple of clever lads, then? You reckon we've got him? Yep, do that. I'll be over. That's the 2 uniforms at the theatre, sir. This could be big.
All right, so get a move on, Lewis.
Now I have to be official. Bearing in mind I was your alibi in Roby at the stalls.
Alibi? So you do think it was murder?
What do you think?
Well, I'm an outsider. I just attended a few rehearsals. Lawrence still plays Attila the Hun, puts everyone on edge. In that setup, I suppose anything could happen.
Rebecca?
Once Lawrence took up with her,
Rebecca was queen of the company, just like Verity first time around. Lawrence wanted the whole thing with that wintry outdoor look. Rebecca complained endlessly to wardrobe if it wasn't the hat that was wrong, it was the scarf or the gloves. She wasn't popular.
And Justin Harris?
Rather alarming. Lawrence does mess with his head. He has this concept of Hamlet as a bit druggy. He hates the idea Justin might be gay, doesn't want it to get into the papers, mocks him all the time. Rebecca joined in. There was a row on Sunday. Rebecca said Justin flounced.
Wasn't that the way Baxter messed with Paul's head in the past? Undermining, mocking Paul's religion, hinting he wasn't man enough for you?
You always make too much of that, Morse. It wasn't Lawrence who pushed Paul into leaving me.
It's how it looked.
Well, what do you know about how it was?
I was there. I saw.
Really? You saw me get Paul into my bed, did you, that afternoon, before he gave his last best performance?
No, of course not.
Our one and only time. The first, for both of us. Wonderful. For him as well as me. But good old Catholic guilt set in. He left the party, and the next day he signed on at a seminary and wrote to say he wasn't worldly enough for marriage.
You'll find this painful.
Oh, the dreaded envelope.
But I have to show you. Paul gave it to me. It's a photograph.
Oh, my God. You know what this is? I don't want to look.
I think we should look at it together. See? All of us. The college party on the last night of Hamlet, on stage. There we are, privileged ladies and gentlemen having college food and wine doled out to us by college servants. Verity Carr, too.
Why would Paul do this? Give you a picture of the moment before he left me.
A picture that shows Baxter having a word with him while you and I are dancing our one dance. You still think Lawrence Baxter had nothing to do with Paul leaving you?
I told you I won't discuss it. It's all too long ago.
There's something here Paul Kincaid can't speak about now, but he desperately wants me to know. Something that connects with the death of Rebecca Downey.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
We've got a few corkers here. No luck with passengers called Downey on the planes or the boats, but the Irish police were checking too from the other end. They've got a missing woman from County Wexford called Grace Friel. Description could fit. Also, young actor, Rebecca's ex-boyfriend, rang to say he remembers when Rebecca had had a few drinks, she'd speak with a very slight Irish accent. Didn't like having it pointed out. Seems she worked a lot on her voice. And we've got the ground glass residue. Also, a set of prints with a scarred right thumb that looks like Baxter's. You, pleased, sir?
I'm pleased, Lewis. I'm very pleased.
You back on the photo?
Right. We got him, Lewis. Now let's bring him in.
Sir.
Morning, Mr. Baxter.
What the hell's going on, Morse? Detaining me, fingerprints, getting me thrown in a bloody cell.
You'll use my rank from now on, sir, or I'll have you on a further charge.
I'll have you taken off the case. This is personal. You've got some grudge against me from years ago. I want to see your superior, and I want a lawyer.
Interview room first, sir.
Your thoughts, Verity, on our understudy Hamlet?
I think he missed too many fencing classes at drama school. He's so out of it with stage fright he wouldn't notice if Laertes cut his arm off. Why are we here, Philip?
Just my own puny attempt to keep things going while Lawrence is helping with inquiries.
Any news on cast changes?
There's a list, I believe.
Am I on it?
You and me both.
No.
Oh, please. We were never going to make it to the West End anyway. It's obvious Lawrence had a couple of big fish lined up, not available for the tour. He pulled us out of the reliable pool.
Since my comeback, I've been far more than reliable.
Any way you want to play it, darling. Let's leave it there, everyone. Take 2 hours. Lawrence should be back by then.
Good morning, everyone. Ready for our seminar, Philip?
As long as I do my bit of the action first. Less chance of me coming unstuck that way.
Okay.
And you bow for both of us at the end. I have to collect my dry cleaning.
Right. Well, I'll see you there.
These are photocopies of some letters sent to your wife, Mr. Baxter. The originals are with our forensic team. Written on the typewriter from your office.
Really? I hardly write them myself, and I don't know who did.
But you did lie to us, Mr. Baxter. Why?
Who gave you these? Harriet? Where is she? You do know where she is.
Please answer the question.
I lied because I didn't want my wife to be hurt if it came out. And since I had nothing to do with the girl's death...
You were having an affair with Rebecca Downey.
An affair? Is that what they call it in suburbia?
What would you call it?
Some episodes of casual, if rather heated, rutting that gave an edge to her performance. It happens. A theatre company, away from home, on tour.
She told you she was pregnant?
No. First I heard of it, my wife quoted one of these letters. Was she pregnant?
She was, sir. 5 weeks.
So I must be the father. Though at the start I overlapped other swains.
I want you to take me through your last meeting with Miss Downey.
She came to my office at the start of the interval, as usual.
You had a drink with her?
I drank. My rule is actors don't during performances.
And then?
Well, no sex, if that's what you mean. She said she was a bit off colour. Same the day before. I suppose it was her condition. So we talked. I gave her a note on her exit at Act 3, as I told Sergeant Lewis. Then Harriet started a riot in the foyer, and I went out to deal with her.
And Miss Downey?
Well, I caught a glimpse of her leaving the office as I was slamming the door of the bathroom on Harriet. Talk about French farce.
The open wine bottle and your glass, what happened?
I can't imagine.
The room was searched an hour or two later, no sign of either.
An hour or two? The door's never locked. Anyone could have got in there, moved things.
Moved a bottle that carried your fingerprints, only your fingerprints, and contained a small quantity of wine laced with ground glass.
So you find a bottle that not only stays upright enough to contain this stuff, it also displays a perfect set of my prints. Does it occur to you I might have been framed?
Who exactly do you imagine would frame you?
No, listen. When I'm working, I'm not about being liked. I'm about being good. I know actors. I stretch them, I wind them up, I tune them. I want them at fever pitch by the first night, and then they go. Most of them hate me for it, but when we're a hit, they forget all that, and they love me. Not that I care.
Stick to the point.
Well, it is the point. Maybe there was too much pressure this time. I'm trying to get back my reputation over here. Maybe there was someone who couldn't take it and had it in for me.
Someone had it in for Rebecca, and I intend to find out who.
Oh, I expect you will, Morse.
You address me as Inspector.
In your usual dull, nitpicking fashion.
Well, creative genius isn't given to us all.
Sir?
Choice. Choice is given to us all. You chose to be who you are, Morse. Applaud. I chose to be who I am.
And you chose to flatten anyone who got in your way. What were they supposed to do?
Sir.
They were and are supposed to survive me. Survive me. They survived the real monsters out there in the dark, which in the end is what it's all about. No one was ever flattened by me. They just made different choices.
Rebecca. What were her choices?
To become a very great actress. And spoil it all by getting pregnant.
So, on the night she died, you knew she was pregnant. She told you. You knew.
No.
Yes, and you were furious. She'd let something very inconvenient happen, this girl, this rutting partner.
You still have hang-ups about sex, Morse. Remember way back when I sent you Verity Carr on a plate and you didn't know what to do with her? That's for Ellen the martyr.
No, sir, no. What are you doing?
You're in this, Baxter, and I'm going to finish you.
Morse! Morse! Out here!
One moment, please, sir.
Now!
We can hear you all over HQ. What is this, a bloody vendetta? You should have declared a personal interest and bowed out. We're going to have to let him go. Then he'll get himself a smart lawyer, see if he doesn't.
I'm sorry, sir, but
You're going to be sorry. Mrs. Baxter, the 12:30 train, you said, she wasn't on it. You should never have let her go. You expect to make a favourable impression with this.
I don't expect anything, sir.
Good. Now get back to that theatre and get it sewn up fast as you like. See where Mrs. Baxter fits in. Oh, it still smells like suicide to me.
Which doesn't explain the hand on Miss Downey's neck.
The hand on her neck could be anything. That lot probably always mauling one another.
And there's no evidence she ever handled the ground glass that killed her. If I'd been allowed a comprehensive search...
Zone up, Morse. You heard me.
I understand I'm free to go. Suicide. Yeah, he has a point, your superintendent. Rebecca thought she was in love with me. She knew I wouldn't leave my wife. There was the child.
She wanted the child. She was preparing for it, buying baby clothes. And she was a devout Catholic.
Rebecca, devout. She was nothing but talent, good looks, and ambition. First I heard she was a Catholic was when Pope Paul Kincaid put on the show to save her soul.
She was Irish, too. Did you know that?
Never. Pure Hampstead boho.
All right, Chief Inspector.
There's a fax here from the lab, sir.
As if it mattered.
Definitely 2 writers of the letters to Mrs. Baxter. First one by somebody who couldn't really type. On one of the others, there's a speck of stage makeup. Expensive, oil-free, apparently. Also, cab driver rang in to say he took a woman with an Irish accent to the theatre late Sunday afternoon. And a young woman who could have been Rebecca came out to meet her.
Superintendent Strange has spoken, Lewis.
Okay, but you said at the start if it was suicide, you wanted to know why. And me, I want to know how. Let's say we go over the facts again.
No, let's say we take the facts to the Crown.
Surprise, surprise. Game on, everyone. They let me go. Now, wait a minute. Where is everybody? Ha! A duck out for a spot of interrogation and you take an early lunch. What? Who is it? Somebody back there.
Over here, sir. Bagged as a table.
Well done.
You okay, sir?
What do you think? We should be going for Paul Kincaid. He knows more than he's letting on. What do you make of the college photograph, Lewis?
Makes nothing to me, sir. Bunch of students, partying. You looking like Adam Faith. Never mind, sir. Who took the picture?
Good question, Lewis. We'll pursue it. Meantime, Mrs. Baxter, what happened there, for God's sake?
Out of our hands, sir. Let's go over the whole thing, starting with Rebecca's movements from when the cast arrived at the theatre on Sunday afternoon. Say that's 1 o'clock. They all have a bite to eat, and then they rehearse a few scenes, get the feel of the stage. Some point, the taxi turns up, bringing Mrs. Grace Friel from Wexford to see Rebecca. If it is Mrs. Friel.
No, first there's trouble at the rehearsal.
Trouble?
Rebecca and Baxter gang up on Justin Harris. Rebecca says he flounces, and Baxter goes for him. Harris leaves the stage for his dressing room.
I don't get that.
Get what?
Baxter caring that much about Harris being, like, gay. It's not as if it's illegal.
Well, Harris isn't sure what he is. Baxter plays on his uncertainty to get control of him.
Right. There's some argy-bargy between Rebecca and Harris. Then Rebecca meets Mrs. Friel at the stage door. They have a talk.
And in the evening, Rebecca attends a mass at the church where Paul Kincaid is a visiting priest. A Catholic connection? Rebecca and Mrs. Friel, both Irish, could be mother and daughter.
And Rebecca changed her name when she started drama school.
It's all speculation, Lewis. Not a hard fact anywhere. What do we know about what happened the next day, Monday?
Nothing. Apart from Rebecca gave a belting performance that night.
Which brings us to Tuesday and her death.
Well, we've gone over and over that, sir. She could have swallowed the doctored wine before she even went to see Baxter.
But it was there in a bottle with only his prints on it. And where did she grind the glass?
Oh, come on, sir. There were loads of smashed bottles in those bins, like Baxter said. Could have come from any one of them.
There was something. Something about the way she moved towards Harris on stage just before she collapsed. She smiled at him.
And he didn't help her, like?
He put out a hand, but she couldn't reach it.
Talking about a hand, how about the one on her neck?
That's Philip Wolfe's, of course. He hated Rebecca, took a grab at her when he joined her in the wings to put her off her stroke. I thought that was obvious.
Obvious? So why did you turn it into a big deal?
Well, to make Strange think twice about suicide. I was buying us time.
Well, you could have told me. Didn't work, though, did it, sir?
No, it didn't work. Now tell me why a Catholic priest would provide us with a piece of evidence and then not want to discuss its significance.
I don't know. Secrets of the confessional?
Exactly. So who confessed to him? And why didn't he tell me he was at the play, especially when I asked him about the woman who shouted at the stage?
He lied. A priest.
What he said was, "I'm afraid I can't help you."
Morse!
Oh, look out. I think we've got trouble, sir.
Morse! What are you doing here, Morse? Don't you get drummed out of the force for drinking on duty?
In my job, Miss Carr, the hours of duty tend to be,
Fluid, sir?
Flexible.
Oh, bravo. Is this your local? Nice place. The place where drink and I became reacquainted.
Really? After how long?
15 years. 15 years with only one meaningful line. My name is Verity, and I'm an alcoholic. Until Lawrence came and rescued me.
15 years. You need a doctor.
Or an AA counsellor, maybe. I can call someone.
What I need is oblivion. May I join you? Oh, thank you. You were always polite to women, Morse. This is the man, Sergeant, who once was too polite to share my bar.
Miss Carr.
Though I just taught him how to make a perfect martini in my room at the Randolph.
It's not appropriate, Miss Carr.
It's all right. I was consoled, as a matter of fact, on that occasion, by Hamlet.
Consoled? You and Paul Kincaid?
Yes, I did it with the Holy One in 1963. Surprise. He was quite game, though he made out he had to be seduced. I wonder if he did that with the rest of the girls.
The rest? But he and Ellen...
Ooh, the chaste maiden. He sort of kept her for Sundays. Anyway, I moved on to the college bursar. It was all sex that summer. Lawrence wafted it around like scent. Nothing was ever as good again. Of course, I was young and lithe and beautiful then, like Rebecca.
Rebecca? It must have been hard watching Lawrence Baxter and Rebecca repeat what happened between Baxter and you.
Lawrence and I were different. Young man and older woman. Something special about that. Before he wandered off. I had him when he was a boy.
He's still a boy, isn't he? Emotionally. One of those wanton boys who kill flies for their sport. Only with Baxter, it's people. It never occurred to you Baxter got a kick from seeing you suffer, that he'd set you up?
No.
Get the lady another drink, Lewis.
Sir?
A large one, on expenses.
But look at her, she's...
The bar is over there, Lewis.
We need to watch it, sir.
Now, what's all this about, Verity, the drinking?
He's letting me go. Lawrence says I'm for the high jump, Morse.
That surprises you? At least you owe him nothing now. You can lose the company loyalty and talk to me.
I have nothing to say.
No? Go back to those bad feelings about Rebecca and Baxter when he was rubbing your face in it.
Well, they were at it all the time, in his office, in his car.
Were they? Really? At it? You should know your husband and Rebecca Downey are at it all the time. Try surprising them in his office.
The letter. You're a bastard, Morse.
You're in serious trouble for withholding information.
I'm in serious trouble, full stop. What happens now?
Your drink, Miss Carr.
Give me that, Lewis. Now, Verity, I want to know everything you know, and I might be persuaded not to press charges. Here.
Thanks.
Take it easy.
Yeah, time for you to check the car radio, Sergeant.
Right, sir.
OK. I sent Harriet that letter.
And the others?
What others?
There were 5 more.
Oh, not from me. But then she gathered a lot of hate.
Did you tell anyone?
No. Well, I got some kind of guilt thing eventually. I actually told Rebecca. I came clean.
You told Rebecca? How did she react?
Well, she didn't. She just went quiet. She could be a blank sheet sometimes, absorbing everything. What made her a great actress. Then she had a rant about her makeup not turning up.
Her special oil-free makeup, thank you. Anything else?
After Rebecca died, Justin was frantically searching his dressing room. Lawrence came and helped him. Well, they found nothing. And Philip Wolf's been heard to say he'd skewer Lawrence. Also? Well, I called Paul's college rooms yesterday, for old time's sake. A woman with an Irish accent answered the phone. Obviously did it without thinking. Sounded flustered. Then she said she was the cleaner. But I know bad acting when I hear it.
Sir.
Cheers.
Urgent message, sir.
It'll keep. Call an ambulance, Lewis. Miss Carr is passed out.
Oh, I see that, sir. I'm on it. But the message, it's Baxter. Someone's done for him.
Sandbagged, Morse. Literally sandbagged. One swing to the back of the head, broke his neck. No blood. Dead for over an hour when the theatre types rolled in and found him. And he left HQ nearly an hour before that. And in between, he'd rung in to say he wanted us back here. No idea what he wanted to tell us.
No, sir. Nothing in his office.
This doesn't rule out the girl's death being suicide, Morse.
Or that she was murdered by Baxter, sir. Or that whoever killed Baxter killed Rebecca Downey too.
Well, most obvious candidate there is the wife. Motive and opportunity.
Her alibi checks out, sir. Lewis and I saw her leave the taxi that brought her from the 2:30 train. How is she?
Terrible state, terrible. We've a doctor standing by, but she won't take a sedative. She's expecting.
She's pregnant. But I thought
she was supposed to have some kind of procedure, but seems her new doctor ran a test and said she and Baxter had already rung the bell without her realising it. So, what's your gut telling you about this?
Same suspects, but all of them spent the critical time in full view of someone else. Philip Wolfe and Ellen Underwood were taking part in a seminar at Beaufort College, and Verity Carr was...
Miss Carr, yes, now recovering. She's a very lucky lady. Had enough booze in her to fill a tanker. Owes her life to you and Lewis.
Thank you, sir. I'll tell Sergeant Lewis.
I suppose you just happened to be passing the Crown when you spotted her?
Having lunch at the Crown, sir. I want to try another angle. There was a further sighting of the Irish woman, Grace Friel, this morning near a cafe in the town centre. I've asked for CCTV footage.
We don't even know if this woman is Grace Friel yet. All we know is some Wexford pig farmer's lost his wife.
Mr. Friel will shortly be looking at pictures of Rebecca Downey to see if he recognises her, and he'll supply a picture of Mrs. Friel. We do know the Friel's eldest child, a daughter, left home 8 years ago, a couple of years before Rebecca turned up in London. Did you get a chance to look at the college photograph I left on your desk, sir?
Forget your college days, Morse. I've warned you.
Yes, sir. I understand.
I hope you do, matey, because I can still have you off this case soon as look at you. Just when I want to be backing you.
Not much to go on, sir.
Sandbags. To wait a coffin.
Hopeless security in this place. I've been on to them about it. Anyone could have slipped in here. And Miss Carr, sir, she could have killed him. Timescale fits. Baxter was getting rid of her. She hears, say, on the local radio, we've let him go. She comes back here and waits for him to show up. They have a row and she sandbags him. Then she goes on a bender.
Miss Carr will keep, Lewis.
Morse.
A development, sir?
2, as a matter of fact. Number 1, we've had a fax from this Philip Wolfe, stage manager chap, sent from Heathrow before he scarpered to work on a film in some sweaty place we'll never get him back from until nobody cares anyway.
He absconded?
Cut and run from that seminar while your Professor Underwood was still talking, I imagine. Got a head start. You, didn't check?
Well, I assumed...
Assume's no good, is it? He says when Justin Harris was driven crazy by Baxter and Miss Downey always going for him, Harris cornered her and told her if she kept it up he'd put ground glass in her food. He'd used a nail file and a broken bottle, had the filings in a plastic bag, and waved it at her on the night she died. Drugged to the eyeballs, I suppose.
That's what Baxter was helping him look for. Oh, didn't find it, though.
We didn't find it either. And we couldn't check with the unconscious Mr. Harris. But if Wolfe left the seminar and killed Baxter, why would he bother telling us all this? The other developments, sir?
First, I want to know what you do right now, Morse, with what we've got.
Right now, I'd say we bring in Paul Kincaid and his Irish house guest.
I agree. But, well, there's someone else on that CCTV footage with the elusive Mrs. Friel. You can add a third name to the list.
Sir, you've been in the office all night.
What was left of it? Well, how did our 3 detainees pass the last few hours?
You're asking me? You mean you didn't keep track, like?
Nope. What do the notes say?
Paul Kincaid was spotted on his knees a couple of times. Ate breakfast. Mrs. Friel said nothing and refused breakfast. Same with Professor Ellen Underwood.
Mrs. Friel? We have an ID.
Photo identity confirmed by Mr. Dermot Friel.
Oh.
Took a bit longer identifying Rebecca as his daughter. He knew her as Bernadette. He's not seen her since she was 16. Seems they didn't get on, any of them. There were 5 more kids, and Rebecca was always trouble.
He never doubted she was his daughter.
Report doesn't say. She was born exactly 9 months after the wedding, but these things are a bit approximate.
Yes, Lewis, I don't have to be a married man to know that.
So, Paul Kincaid was 2-timing Ellen Underwood at college, and Grace Sullivan, as she was then, went home to Ireland carrying his baby. Then why would he give you that photo?
His way of seeing justice done, perhaps, because Grace Friel confessed something disturbing and he hoped the picture would lead me back to the truth without involving him. Or was it to put me off the scent? Where was he when Baxter was killed?
Out and about on his bike. No pinning him down. Mr. Friel says his wife got religion in a big way over the years. She's never going to talk about what happened, or what went on between her and Ellen Underwood. If Paul Kincaid didn't kill Baxter, it's got to be one of them. Or both.
We're not there yet. I'll see Professor Underwood now.
The boss isn't too keen on that, sir. You and her. He's putting someone else on the interview.
Is he, Lewis?
And he wants us to wind things up at the theatre.
Oh, does he really?
I need to speak to you, Morse. Sorry. Door open, but I should have knocked.
Kincaid, what the hell's going on? Who let you out?
Your superintendent. I'm to remain on call in college. He seems to believe there's no point in keeping me here.
And you agree with him, of course.
Well, after a night's prayer.
Prayer?
Yes, prayer.
Thank you, Monsignor. That will be all.
I remember you once admitted to me long ago, under pressure, that sometimes you were almost religiously inspired by music.
Only almost.
Yes. Well, allow me my own means of inspiration. You need a confession?
You'd break your vows? Or are you coming clean about your past?
As I told your superintendent, I think you and I together might get at the truth and spare one of those unhappy women further suffering.
We start with Grace Friel.
Grace will never speak. It has to be Ellen.
The boss, sir. He's putting someone else.
Yeah, I'm aware of that, Lewis. But he'll have no one free for an hour. Go ahead to the theatre. I'll meet you there.
Are you sure about this?
I'm sure I take responsibility.
And now?
You better come with me. No, wait a moment. This photograph you gave me. Who took it? Who was behind the camera?
A pretty young college servant called Grace Sullivan.
Grace?
Mm-hmm.
Grace, of course.
She could sew.
Yes.
She helped with the costumes, was about to go back to Ireland to be married to a Mr. Friel, no doubt. We all chipped in for a wedding present.
Shall we go now?
Morse, about time. I told them I wouldn't talk until you came. This is outrageous, Morse. How many hours have I been detained?
Ellen.
All right, I should have admitted I saw Grace yesterday. I went to Paul's rooms because eventually I needed to talk about the photograph. I caught sight of Grace inside and persuaded her to meet me. I didn't tell you because, well, it was all rather sad, and I knew that you'd catch her in the end.
Ellen.
What's he doing here? What are you doing here?
Ellen, please,
No, listen, Morse, I have an alibi. The seminar. The auditorium was dark while the speakers were doing their thing, but someone must have seen me at the back listening to Philip, and I was there, right there, waiting when he came off. Check with him.
He's gone, Ellen.
Gone? Well, he would have sworn I never left the seminar room. And really, it was his idea we should change the programme so we each had a longer time off the platform because...
Ellen...
And will you please get that man out of this stinking place?
You must tell Morse what Grace told you, Ellen.
It was nothing. Nothing. Just gossip from college days.
It was sheer wickedness. I know that now. The photograph, Morse. Please, look at it, Ellen.
Let's go back, shall we? Back to the night of the party after our final show, when you took pity on me and agreed to a dance.
And I told Lawrence I couldn't play Hamlet in London because I was staying in Oxford to work for my fellowship and marry you.
Don't say what came next. Don't let him say it, Morse.
I won't say it if you tell me not to.
Now, wait, if you have relevant information, either of...
No, I won't tell you without Ellen's permission.
I'll say one thing. Grace Sullivan came back to Oxford because she saw a picture in a magazine. Lawrence signing up Rebecca for a part in Hamlet.
This isn't necessary.
Because, of course, she knew about Lawrence and women.
This is not what you need to tell Morse.
Helen, you don't have to take instructions from him.
Morning, Sergeant Lewis. One of my two heroes.
Oh, it's Miss Carr, isn't it? Didn't recognise you for a minute in costume.
Rehearsing, Sergeant Lewis. Our new baby director asked if I'd stand in for the West End Ophelia. Shame about the age difference, but at least the clothes fit and I know the lines.
Not too much for you after your little accident.
After a stomach pump, nothing will ever again be too much for me. I expect you're here to see the key scene.
Sorry?
Act 3, Scene 1, the scene where Rebecca collapsed.
Well, I'd not thought, but now you mention it... excuse me, Miss Carr, but I'm trying to remember. Is that how Rebecca Downey was dressed the night she died?
More or less, I imagine.
It's not how she looked when I viewed the body.
She wouldn't wear the scarf or the hat. And I think by then she'd dumped the gloves, too. Which reminds me, we're instructed by our new baby director to go back to the original design. So, on with the gloves. Personally, I never cared for setting the scene out of doors. Oh, God. Oh, my God, what's this? This glove.
You need some help, Miss Carr?
Oh, this glove! Get it off! Get it off! My fingers, there's blood! There's blood! Ah!
It was ground glass, of course. In a torn plastic bag, stuffed into a glove Rebecca discarded before she'd even made her entrance. We'd examined only the clothes Rebecca wore on stage that night. My fault? Too willing to see Baxter behind it all? Or lack of manpower for a thorough search? In the police cell, only a continuing, civilized attempt to get at the truth.
Please understand this, Morse. I'm on your side.
You're on your own side, Kincaid. You always were.
I can tell you nothing without Ellen's permission.
The minute Grace clapped eyes on her daughter Rebecca outside the theatre, she knew she was too late. She knew for certain, just by looking at her, Rebecca had already slept with Lawrence. With Lawrence. Her own father.
Her father? We're sure of that?
Grace was sure by the time she married Mr. Friel. When she asked Rebecca if she could be pregnant by Lawrence, Rebecca threw her out.
Hence Grace Friel screaming about an all-seeing God from the stalls the following night. And this was in her confession to you?
You wouldn't expect me to answer that.
Grace felt terrible guilt. She thought she caused the whole thing by falling for Lawrence in the first place.
I must insist on knowing what Baxter said to you, Kincaid, while Grace Friel was taking this photograph all those years ago.
And I have told you...
He can't. How could he? I'll say it, Morse. Grace heard Lawrence tell Paul that he'd had me in the props room that evening while Paul was on stage. He hadn't, of course, he'd had Grace. But Paul believed him, even though we'd had that blissful first-time afternoon together.
And so you killed Baxter?
Why do you think I came back to Oxford from Vienna, Morse?
Ellen, please, I don't know, because you were offered a wonderful job.
I already had a wonderful job. A better job. I came back to Oxford because I knew he was here. And for just one term, there'd always be the possibility of seeing him, if only a glimpse across a street.
It's time for the truth now, Ellen.
Truth. The truth. Exactly. So why don't we start with you, Kincaid? You're saying you believed Baxter. That's why you left the party.
I left because I suddenly knew I couldn't live in a world where what he was saying was possible.
You left because you thought Ellen was doing just what you were doing.
No, you've got it wrong again, Morse.
Really? Ask him if there were any other girls that summer. He can always deny it. No secret of the confessional there. Ask him. Or rather, don't ask him. Let him volunteer the truth for once. Look at him, squirming. Well, Kincaid?
Don't speak to him like that.
Why not? It's how I speak to all the squalid liars I come up against in here. What makes him different?
There were others that summer, Ellen. I'm sorry. I betrayed you. I've since learned that I was running away from what I always knew God wanted for me. Now, but you and I, we did have something special, I promise you.
When I met Grace, she just heard he'd been released from your interrogation. So, later I left the seminar room while Philip was speaking, dashed to the theatre and found Lawrence there all alone. I picked up one of those sandbags and swung it at him. He'd casually ruined my life.
Not on his own, he hadn't.
No, not on his own.
Oh, well, as I said, it was all so long ago.
Going mad and tearing paper, as my mum used to say, sir. Not you clearing your desk, is it?
Nope, just a leaflet about law courses in Oxford for senior officers. Rubbish.
Right. Quite a day, sir.
Mm-hmm. The glove, Lewis. All the time the ground glass was in the glove.
Nasty piece of work, Harris. He regained consciousness last night, told the duty officer about filing glass from a broken bottle.
And we missed it. Still, we'll get him for withholding information. Crowing, is he, Superintendent Strange?
Suppose he is a bit. Suicide. He was right.
Oh, not quite. Baxter was nearer. Rebecca almost framed him for a murder.
You reckon?
Yeah. I don't reckon, Lewis. I conjecture. Try this. Rebecca tells Baxter the truth, that they're father and daughter and she's pregnant. Baxter tells her to get rid of the child and keep her distance from him, and all will be well.
We don't know that.
Yeah, I know, because I knew him. Rebecca already has the idea for her suicide. She's taken the packet of ground glass from Harris's dressing room while he was on stage and poured it into the glove. She looks for an opportunity, and it comes when Mrs. Baxter turns up in the interval. She tips the glass into the wine bottle.
While she's wearing the other glove.
So only Baxter's prints appear.
She pours herself a drink in his wine glass, then swills it out.
And places the bottle in the bin before going on stage.
Though Baxter would have been cleared once we'd found the stuff in the glove.
But meantime he'd have sweated, Lewis. Known real fear for once. Perhaps that was as much as Rebecca could hope for in her frame of mind. She went to church, remember, for the first time in years after her mother told her the truth.
Well, formalities are over. The Monsignor helped us get an admission out of Grace Friel that allows us some privacy.
It allows him some too, I expect. He'll go ahead with his prestigious lecture.
No, he's pulled out. He's heading for some inner-city parish in Birmingham, he says.
He'll end up a bishop.
He won't face charges for sheltering Mrs. Friel. Sanctity of the confessional. He's quite an impressive man. You shouldn't be so hard on him. Anyway, I'm off. Good work, Morse. This will count with your promotion. Though, I was right about the suicide.
Baxter, the professor, the priest, Oxford, eh? That big competitive thing, that big jealousy thing.
That big jealousy thing, Lewis. I was jealous.
You turned out better than any of them, sir.
I'm a policeman.
Me too. Something wrong with being a policeman. Well, I'm off and all. Val's steak and kidney tonight. Postponed because of my overtime. Should have been just me and Val, but her mum can't have the kids, so not quite the same.
Good night, Lewis. Oh, and Lewis...
He didn't hear me. I wanted to tell him the answer is no. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being a policeman.
In House of Ghosts, a case for Inspector Morse, Chief Inspector Morse was played by Neil Pearson. Detective Sergeant Lewis was Lee Ingleby, and Superintendent Strange was Pip Torrens. Philip Wolfe was played by Stephen Critchlow, Lawrence Baxter, Timothy Watson, Paul Kincaid, Alan Corduna, Ellen Underwood, Samantha Bond, Verity Carr, Isla Blair, and Harriet Baxter was Janine Harouni. House of Ghosts was written by Al McCullen, directed by Marilyn Imrie, and is a Catherine Bailey production for BBC Radio 4.